How you doing, folks? So I'm going to be looking at long division here. So the first thing here, the way it can be written. So it can be written there as like your quadratic divided by a factor. Now, what we rewrite it as is something like this. So x plus 3 into x squared plus 5x plus 6. And we're going to carry out the same steps throughout, you know. So the first thing we ask ourselves is, what do you multiply x by to get x squared? Or what is x squared divided by x? And the answer there is x. Once we have that in the top line, multiply it down. So x by x gives me x squared. X by 3 gives me 3x. What do we do next then is draw the line, change the signs. And by doing that, we'll always get a cancellation there from left to right. So then we have 5x minus 3x gives me 2x, and bring down the remaining term there, plus 6, and repeat the process. So once again, ask yourself, what do you multiply x by to get 2x? We say 2, multiply it down. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 3 is 6, draw the line, change the signs, and we see we have no remainder. And we could always know that answer is right, because that's my trinomial. And if I was just to open up brackets, I'd get x plus 3 and x plus 2. The second one here, I've got a cubic. So remember, your cubics can be your S shape, and then the opposite of that. So your S shape, there was your minus x cubed, and there's your plus x cubed. So same thing, x into x cubed. So what do you multiply x by to get x cubed? X squared. Multiply it down by each. X by x squared is x cubed. 1 by x squared is x squared. Then we draw the line and change the signs. There you go. So what have we got now? 3x squared minus x squared gives me 2x squared. And I bring down both of these terms. Plus 5x plus 3. Repeat it once again. What do you multiply x by to get 2x squared? 2x. Multiply it down. 2x times x gives me 2x squared. 2x times 1 gives me 2x. Draw the line, change the signs. There you go. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Bring down your remaining term, plus 3. And you've guessed it. The last thing we do, what do you multiply x by to get 3x plus 3? Multiply it down, 3x plus 3, draw the line, change the signs. And then the last one, something slightly different, in that we're missing an x squared. So the key thing here is, so you rewrite it, and you place your x squared where it should be. So you can make it a plus or a minus x squared, whatever you like. Now, this only ensures that your x's are below your x's, your x squareds are below your x squared, so it's a way of just not making any wee silly mistakes. Everything else is going to be the same. So what do you multiply x by to get x cubed? X squared. Multiply it down. Draw the line. Change the signs. There you go. I have 5x squared. Bring down your other terms. And repeat. What do I multiply x by to get 5x squared? 5x. Multiply it down. 5x squared minus 25x. Draw the line. Change the signs. I've now got 6x minus 30. This is looking nice. What do you multiply x by to get 6x? You're putting in your plus 6. Multiply it down. 6x minus 30. Draw the line. Change the signs. So that's your long division. So you practice those, do the same ones there if you need to, and you'll soon get a hang of it. Next thing we're going to look at is fractions. So when you're adding or subtracting fractions, the denominator must be the same. So the bit in the bottom of the fraction. So say if I had 1/5 plus 3/5, that gives me 4/5. Same thing here, if my denominator is the same, I just add the top line. So 2x and 3x gives me 5x. Got my plus 1 all over 5. And it makes no difference if it's in algebra form. If my denominator is the same, I just work in the top line. I add or subtract depending on what sign's in between. So minus 3 plus 7 is 4 over 4x plus 1. Now, if we do something a bit more complicated, when we're adding or subtracting fractions, the denominator must be the same. So if I write out my multiples of 4, my multiples of 5, I can see there that my lowest common multiple is 20. So that goes on the bottom. Alternatively, I could just multiply those two together, 4 times 5 if I want. Then, how many times does 4 go to 20? Goes 5 times. So 5 times that top bit. There's a minus there. And how many times does 5 go to 20? Goes 4 times. Just multiply it out and tidy up. (25x minus 8x, 17x plus 11 over 20). This bottom one here, we don't know what the numbers are, but it's the same technique. Like I said, you could multiply your denominators to get the common multiple. Same thing here. So just multiply your two denominators, and you suggest that we put them in brackets. Don't multiply them out because that's the simplest form there. Same thing, multiply each by what it doesn't have, or some people might say cross multiply, whatever you wish. So 2 times 5x plus 3 minus 1 times 4x minus 2. Multiply it out, tidy it up. And you get 6x plus 8 over that denominator.